Alright, so we're in this bay called Long Key at the moment.
And
near Albertown. It's beautiful. We just got back from the beach and it's like...
It is absolute paradise.
Oh.
We'll show you a panoramic shot in just a moment. But what we're dealing with, so there is a cold front coming in tomorrow starting tomorrow evening. Yeah. Do you want to explain about the front there?
So where we are, well, you're probably better at explaining it than I am.
So basically we need to hide. The Bahamas is great for hiding from the east, which is the standard trade winds, is what we have most of the time. But it's quite difficult sometimes to find hidey holes from the west and from the north. And where we are here, there isn't a lot of protection apart from one place. And this one place is actually called French Wells, I believe.
Called French Wells. Yeah. So we are now in the Crooked Islands. So today we did, what, 27, 28 miles?
Yeah, to get ourselves up here.
To get us from Jamaica Bay up to Long Key, Albertown, basically, in the Crooked Islands. So there is one place on Active Captain that says in the description that it is the only place to go when there's a cold front. Yeah. There is a few other options that we've been speaking to other people about, but...
They've all got downsides to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really swelly. There could be a rage, what they call it.
There's a lot of ocean fetch. Apparently now looking at the weather as we get closer and closer to it, so i.e. this is for tomorrow night, so 24 hours from now. That's normally quite good on the prediction for the weather. And it looks like we're going to get from the north about 18 hours. Not going to be blowing super hard, maybe around 20, gusting above. But the thing is prolonged there when you're on close to a lee shore. The northerly, we can get about 10 degrees of hidey from it. But the thing is the swell's going to wrap around and it's going to be a big swell coming in and it's going to put you on a lee shore, and the northerly that's coming in, it's going to be travelling miles and miles and miles over open ocean. So it's going to be a huge fetch on it. So we're going to try and get into French Wells.
So I'm going to show you here. Oh, Navionics.
This is French Wells.
Where are we now?
So at the moment we are down here in this beautiful little spot and we are looking at going, let's do how much distance. That is about 4 miles up, and then we want to go into the cut. So let's show you the cut here. So this is an Active Captain spot that we've read on. There is a current, so we'll every now and again, with the change of tides, the boat will turn around, but we'll have no issues from any of the northeast winds or the southeast swell, which is coming this way. We're going to be protected for everything for about 3 or 4 days. We can hide in there. And it's supposed to be beautiful as well.
It's supposed to be really pretty, and you can go off exploring in the dinghy, and it can be quite nice. We anchored last time in the Bahamas. We anchored in one place. It was Fisherman's. What was that one? Fisherman's Key.
Farmers.
Little Farmers Key, and there it was similar, where there was such a current going out because it was close to a cut.
Yeah.
And
kept turning around.
I think there we did put a stern anchor out, so that is one thing that we're thinking of. Should we put a stern anchor out? It depends on how many boats are in there when we go check it out tomorrow. It is quite shallow to get in there, so about 5 feet on dead low, 4'6" I think.
Well, 4'6" on dead low. So what I'm actually going to do in a minute is I'm going to jump into the water and I'm going to 100% double check the depth of this boat. What does it say from the factory? You read?
From the factory, I believe it's supposed to be 3'8".
3'8".
But we have quite a bit of stuff on board.
But we also don't have a mast, and that's quite heavy. We don't have sails, they're quite heavy. So that might bring. We don't know exactly how much draft we have. So we want to know that before going through skinny water at 4'6". We're also going to do it on a high tide. There's 2 high tides here, but one of them is at 2 o'clock in the morning tonight. We're not going through this tiny little cut at 2 o'clock in the morning in the dark. That would be ridiculous. So we're going to do the one at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We get a little bit less water. We get 1.4 feet of water extra at between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So it's the slack tide. Yeah. So we should really, in realistic terms, if the charts are right, we should have 6 feet of water to cross. Now there's 2 other boats here that would love to come into this cut. One of them, no chance. 8-foot draft. No way that's coming in, so they're going to have to rough it on the outside. There's another one with a 6-foot draft. So we are going to go first, and we're going to we're going to plot a course, not a chart. We use the chart to plot a course. And then if we can see that we're clear of 6 feet the whole way in, they will follow us in. If not, they're going to have to go to a plan B. They've got a couple of other ideas, but we should be able to get in here. So let's jump in the water and measure the depth.
So also we have, as you would have seen earlier, we have the Barracuda under there, who has now been named Barry.
Barry the Barracuda, very original.
So Davey's gonna have some fun with Barry.
Ah, he's alright. I've been in with him once today. He's not that bad. Okay,
Right.
let's go and check this out.
Did someone have fun on the beach? I'm just gonna do a...
Alright, so I've come up with a plan to work out our depth. I don't want to dip my tape measure in there because it's going to go rusty and I've only got one left.
You do not. You've had 5.
Yeah, but there's a couple, they keep dying.
They keep disappearing
They
and
disappearing and dying and getting lost. Anyway, so we're going to drop this plumb line down. I'm going to tie it off so Erica can use the camera. Don't want to scratch the paint too much.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a cable tie to mark the surface, and I'm going to take a little pole spear with me so I can level out where the bottom of the keel is because it's tucked under, obviously. And then I'll put a cable tie on there. When we bring it back on the boat, we can measure the distance between.
Oh, there's Barry the Barracuda.
He's coming after my lead.
He's coming after the lead.
Get it. Here, I'm going to fish him. Ah.
So we've been in loop run so long, it's not super swelly out here, but there definitely is a little bit of a swell. So getting used to it again and the movement of the boat, it's all fun. Barry the Barracuda's just waiting for you. He's coming up. Look. You see him?
He's a bugger. I'll jump on it.
Don't get bitten by a barracuda. Where is he? There he is. He's leading you to the bay. Oh, your snorkel's stuck.
Is that why it keeps getting full of water? Oh, it's just stuck on it.
So that's on at waterline. It'll be a little bit rough.
I put it at the line of the paint. We do sit about that much above it.
Yeah. Alright. Can you duck dive that deep? It's been a while, hasn't it? Do you want to just double check that?
I'm going to double check it. The cable tie sliding up and down, so I got it on, but not too tight so I can adjust it.
Cool.
No problem, that's perfect.
Yeah? Look at that, one shot and it's perfect. Are you going to play with them? Don't spear them. Moment of truth.
Moment of truth. We got it up. We're going to measure this up. Da, 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 da.
4 foot!
Exactly 4 feet.
So that's not too bad.
It's not too bad. If you
foot.
think about it, we don't have a mast. We don't have our sails. The fuel is basically a full fuel tank right now because we use half of that and half of that.
Yeah.
Yes, we've got food and provisions on board,
But
but we've only got possession, I suppose. We've got a fair bit of possessions and whatnot.
dive tanks.
Dive tank.
Water maker.
Yeah. But no, that's pretty good.
But-
I'm 4 foot. I'm happy with that. That's actually
Yep.
less than I thought it was going to be.
That
I thought we were going to be a
means-
little bit more.
We'll be able to fit through French West.
Yes. So come with us.
Hopefully there won't be anyone in there and we'll have it all to ourselves.
Yeah, either that or to be honest, I'd like if that family could get in there because
Yeah.
they seem a little bit like, what should we do? There's a couple of options they can go through, but none of them are ideal. So hopefully we can go through and plot it out and map a course that they can get through in 6 feet of water,
Yeah.
and then they could follow us through. So fingers crossed. Let's try this tomorrow afternoon between 2 and 3.
So we made some new friends yesterday. We went over to our friends on Barataria last night, and it was quite funny because in this bay that we're in here, we could have actually anchored further further towards the beach, because it's actually quite deep the further in you go. But the two monohulls stayed quite a ways out, so we were a little bit confused. But in speaking with them when we went over there, they said that they saw that the cat was only here, so they figured they had to stay out further because it was shallow, but we're just not used to anchoring a cat. So we actually could have gone much closer in. So I wonder if this will be a common occurrence. Maybe we need to get a little bit more brave going closer into the beach. So we've just moved down to the entrance to French Wells, and we just wanted to make sure that our depth sounder is in fact true to itself.
Yeah, we stand by it, and we have done, but the thing is we've never actually checked, is it correctly set up? So we did the lod line test again, lead weight, put some markers on it and tested it. The depth sounder says we're in 18.5 feet of water, so does the tape measure. So it's perfect. The main reason I actually wanted to do that is that we do have the 6-foot draft vessel coming in behind us, and if I say, yeah, there's loads of room, and then my depth sounder's off, I'm not going to feel very nice about it this afternoon when someone runs aground. So I thought I'd just double check, make sure our instruments are right, and that looks good. So we're going to go and scout this out in a dinghy, and then if it all looks good, high tide is 2:45. Maybe we don't need high tide. We're going to do some depth checking along the way, and yeah, wish us luck. Alright, so I'm just going to set up one of these depth lines just for use out the dinghy. We can run along the track and check, especially in there's a few marked areas that are especially shallow. So we can go and check those now. We now got about half the tide at the moment, and as the afternoon goes on, the morning to afternoon goes on, then we can, we'll know it's increasing, so we know when it's the right time to go.
So we're going to do a 6-foot line?
Yeah, we're going to do a 6-foot line for him. Yeah. We should be able
okay.
We should be able to get in there, even at dead low. So having 0.8 of a metre extra today, we should have loads of clearance. But as you say, the guy with the shortest draft always goes in first and warns the guy behind him. So yeah, I really wish I had one of those handheld depth finders.
Didn't we have one on the old boat?
No, we never had one of those. So guys, if you want to remember when my birthday comes up, a handheld depth finder would be super handy here in the Bahamas.
So you probably can't see on the GoPro, but way out there, we thought there was a sailboat coming, but it's actually Bird Rock Lighthouse. We do hope to go back there after this northerly blow comes through. Bird Rock is really, really cool, so we'd like to check it out again. Alright, we're all sun creamed up, rash guards on. We're ready to go test these depths. Here we go, through the shallow water. This will be the shallowest water we've gone through in this boat, so a little nerve-wracking, but it should be all right. There's a butterfly. I cannot wait to fly the drone over this area. It is stunning. Like, you have so many different shades of blue. It's incredible. Gives you goosebumps. film.
On film? I'm shy, I don't want to be on camera.
What was that? You want a blooper?
Why do you look so short today? You're only about 4 foot as well, aren't you? Huh? How big's your forehead?
Do not insult the forehead!
How many fingers?
4.
It's 4! And it's sunburnt, otherwise I'd slap it.
How much is your receding hairline?
Okay, people don't want to watch this stuff.
Yes, they do. This is gold. YouTube gold.
Alright guys, catch you later.